Hello and welcome to Morningstar. Despite having reached what has been described as an historical deal on climate damage fund, the overall package agreed during the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh is somehow disappointing, as it leaves room for the expansion of gas and carbon emissions. To talk about this and sustainable investing, I'm joined today by Saida Eggerstedt. She's head of sustainable credit at Schroders. So, Saida, first of all, I would like to hear your thoughts on the latest edition of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, the COP27, which took place in Egypt last week. Are you disappointed as well?
I am indeed, but expectations were low from my side. The loss and damage indeed is critical, whether at COP or not, because we had lots of natural disasters this year, as you know. On the other hand, oil and gas really needs to be phased out. Not only investors are not enough to do that, so policymakers have to do that. And we really didn't talk about 1.5 degrees, so that's very disappointing. One of the good thing, maybe a small start, but US and China were talking about, the biggest energy users. They started talking. So maybe that's more neutral than positive and negative.
Right. Let's talk of sustainable credit. Investors, including bond investors, of course, have been experiencing a particularly challenging year in 2022. Sustainable strategies, however, have generally shown a greater resilience. Is this true within the fixed income space as well, and why?
It certainly is. In credit, we have seen that sustainable, credit funds have performed better. One reason could be that sustainable investors are very sensitive to governance issues, and overall, we saw low tolerance for governance mess-ups this year. That was one thing. And on the other hand, there is certainly a increased focus on decarbonization, being more socially sensitive when workers are asking for higher wages, there are strikes. So considering ESG into credit selection has continued to lead to better performance of sustainable funds.
And looking at the current environment, what sectors and markets are now more attractive for those who invest in sustainable credit?
Sure. From a global point of view, we really like the euro market right now, euro investment grade, to some degree, even high yield, because it has underperformed so much. And on the other hand, companies are getting more disciplined. And in sector terms, I think it's more themes, so better health, better infrastructure, decarbonization, circular economy, across sectors we like, but also food security, reducing food waste, being more innovative with crop sciences and technology that enable decarbonization. And energy efficiency, that's also very important, a key theme for Europe and the world as a whole. So companies which are providing solutions there, that should be good. And on the other hand, banks and insurance which can win from higher interest rates and being near to their customers, they should do good as well.
Okay. Finally, let's address the greenwashing dilemma, I would say. What investors should do to avoid potential greenwashing? Most of the green bonds are not certified, for example. So what do you do as an asset manager to be sure you're picking an actual green project?
Sure. So we do a lot of one-on-ones with the companies issuing green bonds, and we also do engagements where we think there is some lack of transparency. One good way is always to ask if the company is actually going towards 1.5 degrees, as you said in the beginning, if they're really decarbonizing, if they're transitioning meaningfully. So not only the green bond, that most of their capex are going towards, making the business as a whole greener from different point of view. And one way is also to see if the CEO or CFO or management's incentives are linked towards making the company greener. On the other hand, if the green bond team and the sustainability team are well equipped, well trained, independent second party opinion of course always helps, and a push also to think that what could be the impact KPIs that the company needs to report on in the very beginning of the green bond issuance.
Thanks again to Saida Eggerstedt. For Morningstar, Valerio Baselli. Thanks for watching.